greatly encourage you to put it in their faces.
I would greatly encourage you to put it in their faces. Whatever it is that somebody out there today perhaps wants to do for the Lord, and of course, anytime you want to do something for the Lord, you will be challenged by oppositional forces. I would greatly encourage you to put it in their faces. Because by you putting it in their face is you letting them know without saying a word that they don't tell you what to do. They are not your God. You serve God, and Him alone do you serve. See, sometimes you have to put people in their place. And sometimes people need to know where their places are. People need to realize that you are an adult. People need to realize that you all are grown. And you can do whatever it is you want to do the way that you want to do it, unapologetically, and there is nothing that they can do about it because it is none of their business. And not only is it none of their business, but it is absolutely none of their business because you were you before they even knew you. You understand what I'm saying? You have to keep it real with yourself before you can keep it real with anybody else. You have to think for yourselves. You have to do for yourselves. You have to do what makes you happy. You want to know why I believe the reason why a lot of people are so unhappy in the world today is because they are allowing other people to run their lives. Narcissistic people who don't know what they're talking about, standing on the outside of other people's lives, trying to tell you what to do. Well, are they going to let you run their lives? If they want to do something, are they going to allow you to stop them? No, absolutely not. They're going to look at you as if to say, who do you think you are? They're going to look at you as if to say they are wrong. Well, do them the same way. If you are an adult, no other adult has any business telling you what to do unless it is something that pertains to the laws of this land or something that as it pertains to your employers. Other than that, nobody has authority over you or anything, especially what you want to do for God Almighty, the one that created you. Who do people think they are? There are those of you out there, you may want to start ministries, churches, and all of that. I want you to know you're going to have to leave the riffraff behind because the people that you knew before are not the people that are going to support you. As you travel along your way, you most likely will shed off everybody because they can only identify with the you that was sitting there with them, not the you that is in elevation, not the you that wants something more in life than what they want, because they don't want anything but to tell you what to do. And I don't know about you all, but I don't have a problem telling anybody, you're not going to tell me what to do. You can tell me, but I'm not going to do it. Because if you tell me what to do and expect me to do it, then let me tell you what to do and I expect you to do it. Okay? So we can both play that game. That's the way I look at it with people. People with narcissistic personalities always want to be in charge, always want to be the boss, and those types can't even manage their own lives. They sit there and they focus their beady eyeballs, perhaps for some of them. They focus their eyeballs on you, but they are too dumb to take a mirror and look at the man in the mirror. They are too dumb to take a mirror and look at the woman in the mirror. They are too dumb to take a mirror and look at what is looking back at them in the mirror. Get yourself right before you try to get somebody else right. Manage your own life before you try to manage somebody else's life. Nobody has a right to tell you what you can and can't do for God Almighty. Nobody has a right to tell you who you can and can't date. Nobody has a right to tell you who you can and can't marry. Nobody has a right to tell you what you can and can't wear. Nobody has a right to tell you how to wear your hair. Nobody has a right to tell you anything if you are grown. God gave you the free will to choose right or wrong, and the choice that you make should be your own. I don't know who people think they are, but I wouldn't let them be the God of my life. walking around like they big woolly bad butt, trying to tell somebody what to do what they like, who is grown. Probably more so grown than them. And then, we've got the ones on the planet also that will tell you all, well, especially if it's something pertaining to careers and business deals, well, I feel you should do this, and I feel you should do that, and I feel you should too. I feel like you should be standing in a position of success before you try to determine what my level of success should be. I feel like you should have accomplished the things in life that you have set before me, telling me what I need to accomplish. That's the way I look at it. I don't know about you all. But another thing I want to encourage you all to do is that whatever you do, move in silence. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. This is just a friendly word of advice, because I'm telling you, sometimes your own mouth can cause whatever it is you're trying to do to meet its demise. You need to move in silence. People don't need to know everything you're doing. They don't need to know everywhere you want to go. And I understand, those of you that are really young. I'm not talking necessarily about those of you that are really young, because when you're young, you're always telling people, well, you're going to do this. Because I can remember even back in high school that the teacher was going around asking the students what they wanted to be when they grew up and all this, that, and the third. And, people, I guess they were telling the teacher what they wanted to be or whatever. I'm not talking about childhood stuff. I'm talking about when you step into womanhood, when you step into manhood, a light bulb should come on. Wisdom should begin to operate in your lives. And you come into the knowledge and the understanding that you do not need to utter all your mind. Because not every grin is a friend, and definitely not everybody around you want what's best for you. Not everybody standing behind you is for you, in support of you. They're just around you. Because at the time, maybe they think they can gain something out of you because of what you said that you wanted to do. But then as time go by and days go by and they don't see that thing coming to manifestation in your life, they fall off. And I feel like that the people that drop off were the ones that were supposed to drop off. I feel like the people that fell off are the ones that were supposed to fall off. So that when and if ever God does bring you into whatever it is he has for you all out there, you won't have a pack of two-faced, dirty, jealous snakes trying to leech onto you and take part of a blessing that they did not support you in as you were in your pursuit of the blessing. I'm talking to somebody out there. I'm talking to somebody out there today, because somebody out there today, there's some folk that you need to get away from around your life. There's some folk you need to just make a clean break from, because they are no good. They are dead weight. They benefit you nothing. They will get you nowhere. And as long as you are attached to them, you will never go anywhere. Because for one thing, when you're stuck with a pack of losers, you're not over here trying to get with the winners to learn how to win. Your time and effort is being deposited into something that cannot give you a return. And anything that cannot give you a return is a wasted investment. And I believe that in life, we've all invested in things that did not give us a return, or did not give us the return that we expected. Well, see, perhaps that was a lesson of life that should have taught you, if you're going to invest in yourself. It's okay to aid others. It's okay to fulfill your responsibilities and duties as it pertains to others, but your investments should be within yourselves, because then you know you're going to get a payoff. Anytime there's an investment within yourself, you're going to get a payoff. But you're not guaranteed an investment just because you invest in others, or just because you invest in a certain situation or a certain company, business deal, whatever your respective cases may be. Because life does not come with guarantees. Life does not come with a book of instructions saying, well, if you do this, you'll get that. If you do that, you'll do this. You'll get this. No, it doesn't. Everything is a gamble. Everything is chance. But your walk must be of faith. Your walk must be by faith. So that when you walk by faith, you're not gambling. When you walk by faith, you're not taking a chance. Because God is a sure foundation. God is not a gamble. God is not a, what's the word? God is not luck. But God is a blessed assurance that anything you ask in my name, I will give it to you. if you believe in him. And if it be his will. See, and I always add that, you know why? Because a lot of people may say, oh, well, I asked God for this in Jesus' name and I ain't got it yet. Well, it may not have been his will. Or it could be this situation. It is his will, but not at this moment. Because, see, I believe perhaps some of you have people around you that will partake of your blessings if God blessed you right now in whatever situations you're in. You've got people around you that you think are your friends and they are not. And they would partake in your blessings because a lot of you are just that kind-hearted that if somebody needed a couple of dollars, you would give it to them. If somebody needed a place to stay and you had a 5-bedroom home, you would let them move in. But what you would fail to realize is that you moved a moccasin into your house. You moved a rattlesnake into your house. You moved a boa constrictor into your house. You moved something in that was a snake. You gave money to something that was a snake. You bought a Benz for something that was a snake. You bought a home for something that was a snake. You shared your wealth and your prosperity and your fame with something that was a snake. So for a lot of you out there, whatever your situations may be, as long as what is around you, I feel like that God should hold some things back. Because what God has for you is for you, not that snake pretending to be your friend and can't stand your guts. And you just don't know it. People can walk around you all for years, totally and completely hating your guts and not letting you know it, not allowing it to show in their countenances. But their tongues have to speak it. It may not speak it to you, but it will speak it to others. I'm telling you, jealousy is a serious beast. Envy is a serious beast. Hate is a serious beast. Unforgiveness is a serious beast. Infidelity is a serious beast. Betrayal is a serious beast. Competitiveness can be a serious beast, depending upon how you look at it. There are those of you out there, there have been people that have felt competitive with you all your lives, and you didn't even know it. You didn't know those people were competing with you just because they were around you. You didn't know, well, they're not going to tell you, well, I feel competitive with you, and I'm going to always try to outshine you, and I'm going to try to, and you're not even that type of person. You're just being unapologetically you. But you are a threat to somebody. Let me tell you something. When you are a person that is of a, you have a lot of, what's the word? You are a very grand person. You are a threat to somebody. You may not see yourself as a threat, but somebody else who does not share your attributes or does not possess your attributes, they do. And it is nothing that you're doing to ignite somebody else's insecurities other than being unapologetically you. See, sometimes you can't ignite insecurities in other people by just being you, because you're somebody that they wish they could be, but they would never confess to you that they want to be you. And wanting to be somebody, you know, like that, to the point that you wish ill will against them, or to the point that you wish them dead, that's a very sick individual. That is somebody that really needs some God help. That is somebody that needs some psychological help. Somebody who can never look at another person or a group of people and wish the best for them and help them pursue their goals just out of the kindness of their heart. But see, that's, you know what? That's the point right there. It's a heart condition. People have a heart condition in this world. People who betray people have a heart condition. People who mislead people, they have a heart condition. People who are jealous of people, they have a heart condition. People that are envious of people, they have a heart condition. People that hate on other people, they have a heart condition. They have a heart condition. The Lord pondereth the heart. When you're dealing with somebody that has a dirty heart, you have a beast on your hands. One that you cannot tame. People are going to always follow their hearts. I want you to listen to me carefully. People are always going to follow their hearts. in a lot of cases. When they choose not to listen at their intellect, they're going to follow their hearts. They're going to follow their hearts. Out of the abundance of what is in their heart, their mouth will speak. When people speak lies about you all, that's what their heart is, a lie. When people speak slander, that's what's in their heart, slander. When people speak hate, that's what's in their heart, hate. When they speak things against you and you know it's out of jealousy, that's what's in their heart, jealousy. When they speak things in opposition of you and you know it is envy, that's what's in their heart, envy. They have an envious nature. But none of those things are your problem. That's their problem. And another thing I want to emphasize with you ladies is this. If you want to know how a man feels about you, and you fellas as well, if you want to know how a woman feels about you, their heart will show you better than their mouth can tell you what they think of you and how they feel about you. Because I don't believe there are too many people in this world that can stand up against their own heart. Because the heart wants what it wants. And see, the problem with women is that women are very, women are good listeners. That's not a problem. But women react more to what they hear, I believe, so than men. Because women are communicators. So that's the reason why men can flatter women and win them over and tell them they're beautiful, tell them they're intelligent, or that they're the finest thing they've ever seen. And women just go, oh, just so, gushy, whatever. But never forget that could be a snake. And it doesn't mean that what he is saying to you may not be true in his eyes. But it doesn't mean that he's not forming that as a weapon to further deceive you on down the road. You understand what I'm saying? But there aren't too many people that won't follow their heart. Because the heart is so powerful. It's such a powerful tool. A heart that is filled with hate, like I said, there aren't too many people that won't follow their heart. That'll be somebody that's always plotting, planning, and scheming for somebody else's downfall. That's a heart of hate. For a heart of love, that is somebody that is drawn to somebody. And I don't care what obstacle is standing in their way, they have to get to that person. Because there's a longing, there's a desire, there's a thirst that needs to be quenched. Love is a very powerful emotion, but one thing I don't want you ladies to ever forget is that love is an action word. If a man says that he loves you, he could be your husband's or whatever, or your guy friend, significant other, whatever your case is. If he says that he loves you, but he constantly disrespects you, that man is a liar. If a man says that he loves you and he constantly cheats on you, that man is a liar. If that man says he loves you, but he left you and your children in poverty, and that man is a liar. If that man says that he loves you, but he divorced you and took everything from you, and you don't have a car, home, nor any money, that man does not love you. And I guess you're saying, well, if we're getting divorced, I know he don't love me. But, I believe there are a lot of people that get divorced. And they still love that person. It's just that things can never be repaired between them because there's been too much disrespect and too much betrayal. Love is an action word. People need to read the Bible to find out what love really is. People need to form a relationship with Father God to find out what love really is. God is not only the example of love, but God is love. Because God is a nurturer. He's a provider. He's a way maker. He's a protector. He's a confidant. He's a friend. He's a companion. He's that midnight rider in the late night hour. That's who God is. Come on in here. Can I get a witness? And for you ladies out there, any man that's standing in your face, disrespecting you, cheating on you, sleeping with other women, getting other women pregnant, forming other families, doing this, that, and the third, running with the riff-raff, all at the clubs, grinding all up on other women, and then he comes home and tells you he loves you, he's telling you a bald-faced lie. That is a bald-faced liar. He is of the father, he is of his father, the devil, and the lust of his father he will do. The devil was a liar from the beginning, and he has never abode in the truth. The devil is a liar. If you want to know, ladies, if a man loves you, watch his actions towards you. Is he worried about you? Is he concerned about you? Does he ask you, have you eaten today? Have you been out to dinner? Has anyone taken you out to dinner? Would you like to go with me on this trip? I know you sit at home all the time, or you work all the time and you might be bored. Let me go take you somewhere to have some fun. That's a man that cares something about you. But when you've got something standing up in your face, or standing up in other people's faces, like friend groups or whatever, and saying, oh, that they love their old lady, or they love their wife, their girlfriends, or their whatever the woman is to them, and they say, oh, they love them, but their actions stand in the contrary, that person is a liar. They are not telling the truth. So for you ladies out there, if you were had any questions as it pertains to the men in your lives, whether or not if they love you, measure it by how they treat you. Measure it by how much attentiveness they give to you, how attentive they are to you, how nurturing they are to you, how concerned they are about you, about your safety. For those of you that you may need to run out at night sometime, and he says, oh no, you're not going out at night by yourself. No, you're not. I'm coming over and pick you up, and I'll take you where you want to go. Oh, no, you're not going out by yourself at night. What do you need? I'll bring it over to your house. Or if you live together, or if you're married and you want to go out, he'll say, no, I'll drive. You're not going out by yourself. I don't know what might happen to you. See, that's somebody that loves you, ladies. But if he just lets you run out and run the streets and just do whatever you want to do, or not necessarily run the streets, but you might need to run to the corner store about 11 o'clock at night, and you say, hey, babe, I got to run out. I got to go get a snack or something. And he goes, whatever. He don't give a flip. Every time you step out the door, somebody snatch your head off. There are so many people, and I know it's not funny, but it was sort of funny, but there are so many people that are in loveless marriages and loveless relationships because people don't really know what love is because they don't even love God. And that's why. If you don't even love the one that created you, how can you love the one that is the creation? They don't even have the love of God, but they love you. They don't even have love for God, but they claim to love you. I'm telling you, these men that are running around, standing in your faces, ladies, telling you they love you, a lot of them are lying. They're just telling you what they want you to hear, or what they feel you want to hear. They're lying to you all. If they tell you that they love you and you all are in your homes with or without your children, if you have children by them, and they're out there running the streets and stuff, and you know you're at home, you're taking care of your children, or if you don't have children, maybe you're somewhere lounging on the couch watching a movie by yourself. But if he's out there running around in the streets and stuff, and you're there at home, and you're upset because you're like, I know he's out there with another woman, or he's out there doing this and third, that man don't love you. You're his security blanket. You're his safety net. You're somewhere where he can come when his world is crashing down. Okay? That's not love. That's using somebody. You understand? Don't let these men use you. And don't let them lie to you and tell you that they love you, because I'm telling you, love is the type of emotion. You know what? Love, this is what love is. Love is the type of emotion that if you got kicked out of your houses today and you were sitting on a sidewalk, and that man, if he didn't have nowhere to go, he come and sit sit right there beside you. Oh, no, not if he had nowhere to go. If he had somewhere to go, but was not allowed to bring you there, he would come and sit down right there beside you. And he would say, you know what, babe? As long as you're out here, I'm going to be out here. And just flip the roles for you fellas. She would tell you, you know what, babe? As long as you're in this situation, we're going to ride this thing out together. That's what love is. Love is somebody that is there with you when you don't have a dime in your pocket. If you've ever been in that situation. Love is somebody that is there for you all. What else could I use as an example? If your vehicle got repossessed, let's say you had a fancy vehicle and it got repossessed. Love is not going to walk. You know what love is going to tell you? Don't worry about it. I will help you get another one. That's what love is. With no hidden agendas attached to it. There's nothing in it for them, but everything in it for you. See, that's when it's love. When there's nothing in it for them and they do it anyway, that is genuine love. And I'm telling you, there are not too many people out here that have that. And even if they have that, they don't respect it. And when you don't respect something, how many of you know that God will take it? And he'll give it to something else that is more deserving. So ladies, I guess in the conclusion of this conference, I just want to say, number one, love yourselves. Always love yourselves, okay? And I'm not saying that trying to ride out a storm with somebody is you all not loving yourselves, or trying to work a situation out with somebody. That's not you all not loving yourselves. But I'm talking about when somebody repeatedly disrespects you, repeatedly cheats on you. You're in your home, sitting on your couch watching a good movie, maybe having a snack, and they're somewhere across town in the bed wallowing, having sex with another woman. That's not love. There is no way in the world that is love. That is not love. That is hate. That is somebody that don't love you, they don't respect you, but they need you, but they might not want you. So now it's time to take inventory of your own life. It's time to take inventory out there, ladies. It's time to, rearrange your priorities. God first, yourself, and everybody else can follow. Stop making a God out of these men. And for you fellas out there, stop making a God out of these women. Nobody can be God but God. Because God is God all by himself. And he don't need nobody else. And with that said, God bless you all until next time. Bye-bye.